Okay. So, we do have a love triangle situation. There are two women on the board. Otherwise, this could be a same-sex relationship. But we have two different queens here. The Queen of Pentacles, she's abundant, she's motherly, she's nurturing, she gives and gives and gives. She's the person that you go to when you need help financially, when you need help, if you need just like financial advice, if you need help budgeting, something like that. Queen of Wands, she's passionate, she's fiery, she's inspirational, she can be a little bit unreliable, she can be a bit of a bitch, but she's very self-confident. So you have two different energies. You have quite the choice here. But I feel like you have an idea of, what am I trying to say? You kind of wanted, I don't feel like you really wanted either of these queens in particular. Keep in mind, they can be vice versa. It can be two men that you're dealing with. And just going off the genders I see on the cards. I feel like at this point, the decision was too much, and you'd rather just be on your own and find balance and abundance on your own. Like you're feeling like the situation kind of got a little out of control. So let me get you some clarifiers, Aries. Tell me about the Magician. So we have Five of Swords, Four of Pentacles, and the Wheel. You could be dealing with a fixed sign, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, or Aquarius. So, it could be that if you were the one who initiated this love triangle, it could be that both of these queens found out, and rather than try and make things work with you or, duke it out with each other, they both kind of just decided to walk away, both of them. And I feel like that may be what this wheel is. Like, you're getting your karma now. Like, you just lost both of these queens now because you were selfish and manipulating this energy with them. Tell me about the Emperor. Like this, I feel like this Emperor is saying the situation got out of control. You have the Hanging Man, could be dealing with a Pisces. I feel like you were kind of in limbo. Like, you didn't want to make this decision. And now the universe kind of made the decision for you by taking away both of them. Tell me about the Queen of Pentacles. Why is the Queen of Pentacles here? Clarify the Queen of Pentacles. If you're not dealing with a love triangle, I can see this as, well, a same-sex relationship, or I could also see this as you, Aries. You're kind of just, on your own right now, no relationship, but just like taking care of your finances and taking control of the situation and trying to manifest a little bit more money. Because I do see a lot of coins. I see coins, coins, coins. So, and then there's coins right here with the Ace of Pentacles. So I feel like there's coins in there too. So a couple different situations I can see. Either there is this love triangle where this Emperor couldn't make a choice, and now the universe is taking both of them away as the karma. Or this could be a same-sex relationship where you both are just kind of going your separate ways. Or this could be that we have a single Aries here who is focusing on being abundant and taking control of their life and manifesting more money. And then we have more money coming in, but there's a little bit of regrets. We'll clarify that though in a little bit. And I will read for both of the prominent stories, which would be like the single Aries or the love triangle. I don't see too much of the same-sex relationship, but just a little bit. Tell me about this Queen of Pentacles. You have the Moon and the Four of Swords. So if this is the love triangle, this is the secrets coming out. There's definitely some healing taking place with this Queen of Pentacles now, and possibly, you know, she was possibly the secret. Tell me about the Moon. King of Wands. So yeah, she was the secret in this. The King of Wands and the Queen of Wands are a match. They're, I would always see like the court couples as the actual relationship, like the main relationship, and then I would see offsuits as like the side pieces or whatever you kids say. But I feel like this Queen of Pentacles was the other woman, and possibly because she had money, possibly because she was abundant, or it could just be that she was nurturing, and she, even if she wasn't abundant, even if she didn't have a lot of money, she did give and give to this person because she genuinely cared. Tell me about this Queen of Wands. Clarify the Queen of Wands. Eight of Wands. So this queen is also finding out about this. It could be that she is finding out through somebody else. Tell me about the Eight of Wands. Too many. Clarify the Eight of Wands. Two of Coins. Definitely finding out that there was juggling. And there's a choice that she needs to make right now. Do you want to repeat the cycle, or do you want to just start fresh with somebody else? Tell me about this Ace of Pentacles. If this is the single lady or a single guy, you're moving very quickly into like a more balanced lifestyle. You possibly could be going through, or possibly in the past have went through some financial issues, and now, because you've done all the work by manifesting and working hard, being abundant, now your wish is about to be granted. Like, you're about to be gifted from the universe with abundance, and it's going to come in very quickly. Tell me about the Ace of Pentacles. So we have Five of Pentacles, Queen of Coins, Strength, and Five of Cups. So we have the Five of Cups twice here. It's definitely some regrets. We have, how many fives? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So big changes coming very quickly, no matter what scenario is playing out in your life. So if this is the love triangle situation, this queen was left out in the cold. She's realizing that she was used for her money, and now she's having regrets. Like, what? Like, she should have known better. She should have, like she's feeling like almost ashamed with herself that she didn't realize what this person was doing to her. She possibly knew about this other person. I don't see how she couldn't have. But maybe she felt like this person actually loved her when really he was just after her money. If this is the single lady or gentleman, you're definitely thinking back on how you got yourself into this financial situation, and really, if you are in debt, you're really working on getting yourself out of debt. If you are an overspender, like when you go shopping and stuff like that, you're really reeling that shit in and working on yourself. And that's why the universe is granting you this, new job, a raise, a promotion, something along those lines, because you're doing the work. You're realizing that you played a part in your finances falling apart, and now you're really taking a hold of that, getting control of those finances. So you're going to be gifted for that. Tell me about this Five of Cups. So you have Judgment. If this is the love triangle, I feel like everyone in this situation is realizing the part that they played. And some may be learning to forgive themselves and others over this. And if this is the single lady, again, this is what I've been saying is you're realizing the part that you played in your finances falling apart. So tell me about the Nine of Pentacles. You have the Tower. I feel like this is speaking more to that love triangle situation than the single person here. But I feel like everybody in this love triangle is kind of on their own right now. Everybody, like, this is a huge shakeup, and it's all caused because this Emperor couldn't make a choice. Probably was very greedy, very selfish for sure, by manipulating the situation. And now, because he couldn't make a choice, everything's being taken from him, and now he's alone. Tell me about the Two of Pentacles. The Devil. So again, this Capricorn energy, but this is that Emperor who couldn't make the choice. And now, because he was juggling and putting these two women in a situation they didn't deserve to be in, I'm not going to give them full credit here. They did know exactly what was going on. At least one of them did, and they continued to do it. So everybody played their part here, but I feel like this person who couldn't make the decision is getting exactly what they deserve now. And if this is the single person, I feel like you're realizing the self-sabotaging behavior and how much you played a part in the financial situation that you are in, and really taking control of that. So let me get you final advice for the love triangle situation and for the single lady. Final advice. Or single gentleman, whatever. I just go off the card, or the gender on the cards. Too many. For the single Aries. Okay. So both of you have chaos. This is like the Tower. So big changes. This could be, I feel like for the love triangle, this is going to be a bad Tower. This is going to be, destruction of a foundation that wasn't built stable or solid. And I feel like this is a good Tower for the single Aries. So for the love triangle situation, we have the Owl. That is wisdom, calm, and justice. Justice is really sticking out to me. This person will get exactly what they deserve, and these two females will also get exactly what they deserve once they realize the part that they played. So wisdom is playing like wisdom and justice. Once you realize the part that you played, you will get the karma you deserve for this. And then for the single Aries, we have the Crown. Let's see what that is. So this is recognition, authority, and pride. So again, recognizing the part that you played in the finances, in the financial situation that you found yourself in, and taking control of that, putting that crown back on your head, being the king or queen that you really are. And because of that, you're about to be rewarded. So I feel like with your message, I feel like you're doing really good at, being solid and stable on your own, and really soul searching and being patient and waiting for this new love to come around. And with the Knight of Cups, I feel like it could be coming slowly but surely. But you're definitely doing the inner work and definitely becoming whole on your own. And when that happens, that means you're ready to start a journey with somebody else. So let me get some clarifiers. So far, all the fire signs are having a wonderful week. Definitely sensing a pattern with the fire signs. Tell me about the Emperor for Aries. Why is the Emperor here? Clarify the Emperor, please. So we have Strength, could be dealing with the Leo, and the Hanging Man again. So, really thinking about things the way you should be. And it looks like this Hanging Man is reaching towards the Four of Wands, but having the strength to do things on your own, because the Strength card is moving in the opposite direction. So wanting this unity, wanting this marriage, wanting this new love, but at the same time realizing that you don't need it. So tell me about the Four of Wands. Clarify the Four of Wands, please. Queen of Swords. Thinking about things clearly. Or this could be, you know, if you are already in a marriage, this could be you deciding that it wasn't for you and cutting things out that needed to be cut out. Tell me about the Hanging One. So you have Eight of Swords. So definitely a little bit of restriction here. You could be, oh, you got the Seven of Swords. Could be still thinking about past hurts, past betrayals, possibly thinking about what you've done to others. And it's kind of, I feel like this Eight of Swords is kind of like a little bit of mental illness. So there could be a need for you to go to a counselor, or at least if there's a trusted friend or family member in your environment that you can talk to who will give you an unbiased opinion on this. I would definitely reach out. Tell me about the Queen of Pentacles. Why is the Queen of Pentacles here for Aries? It could be that if you go to your mother, she'll be able to help you through this difficult time as well, through this Eight of Swords, Hanging One energy. Tell me about the Queen of Pentacles, please. The Magician. So you're manifesting abundance, manifesting, you know, like being abundant and nurturing and manifesting. If you're a male, you're manifesting that partner into your life. If you're a female, you're manifesting being that partner for somebody. Tell me about the Hermit. Definitely getting yourself ready for a commitment. Tell me about the Hermit. If it's not here already. So we have Queen of Pentacles. So, you know, this is the Queen of Pentacles here and here. So you're manifesting this and you're really looking deep and soul searching and realizing this is the person that you want to be. Or if you're a male, this is the person you want to have in a relationship, and you're really manifesting that. Tell me about the Three of Wands. Judgment. Knowing that this will happen at the right time, when it's meant to happen, when you are ready and the other person is ready. Tell me about the Ace of Cups. The Devil. I feel like this Devil is like a really strong, deep connection. Like the next person that comes into your life is really going to be a strong soul connection. And it might take a lot of work because we have the Eight of Pentacles twice at the bottom of the decks. So it may take a lot of work, which all soulmates do. They bring karma with them. They bring very strong soul connections, but very strong soul lessons with them as well. Tell me about the Knight of Cups. Four of Cups. This could be someone that you've dealt with in the past. Could be a misconnection. Tell me about the Four of Cups. Six of Wands. So it could be ego that brought you to a part in the past. With Five of Cups at the bottom of the deck, so there's definitely regret, sorrow, you know, holding on to something petty. And I really do feel like with these two cards coming out, this is somebody that you've dealt with in the past. And this relationship could have been toxic in the past, but it is a very strong soul connection. And there's a little bit of work that needs to be done. There's a little bit of mental illness that needs to be addressed here. But you're really gearing yourself up for a strong commitment, possibly even marriage. So Aries, let me give you some final advice and see what shadow work needs to be worked on for the next week. Ooh. Aries, final advice. That was quick. So we have Tale of Mossy Gold. It is card number 6. Oops. The divination message is do not forget to take care of yourself. Yeah, definitely. If there's a mental illness, do not forget to take care of yourself. You have been feeling run down lately, and with good reason, as you have not been listening to your body's natural cues. Now it is time to take care of yourself before things get any worse. Remember the importance of sleep. Too often we think of sleep as an inconvenience or as an intrusion in our busy lives. Take the time to recognize it for what it really is, a wonderful natural way to restore the body, mind, and soul. Keep your body clean. You make a point of keeping the outside of your body clean through regular showers and hand washing, but how we treat the inside of our bodies is just as important. An emphasis on whole natural foods can do wonders for your well-being, as can abstaining from dangerous chemicals and potentially harmful controlled substances. Finally, do not forget to exercise. Any amount of physical activity is better than none, and even a few extra steps per day can be beneficial to your health. So, with this like mental health and your advice of taking care of yourself, I would suggest if there's like an Ayurvedic doctor in your area, I would definitely suggest going to see them, but also trying to eat more organic. People always say you are what you eat, and that's absolutely positively the truth. You know, if you eat junk all day, you're going to feel like junk. You know, so mental health is not only like the psychiatry and the therapist part, it's also taking care of your body physically. So exercise, yoga, eating healthy, taking herbal medicines, and not having chemical dependencies. If you're drinking a lot, try to cut that down to only a few every once in a while. Or if you're on drugs, try to get off of that. It'll definitely do wonders for your mental health, as well as going to see a therapist or just talking to somebody that you trust who will give you an unbiased opinion on that.